All right, welcome to zip code 43608. So we are on just the other side of Interstate 75 from our office. And for those of you who know me at all, this is where I made my money, 43608 zip code. This property, 3308, was on the MLS. It was on and off the MLS. And like any intelligent agent, I kept an eye on the property. And what occurred was it got dumped back on the MLS. And then same day I messaged the agent. We know each other, kind of a small town in that respect. And I was like, hey, what is going on? You're looking at new windows here. We'll see older windows as we get into the property. But he was like, hey, there's some original steel windows that have got to go. And then this property needs sided. You can see the peeling paint, which is hilarious because it's a one story. It's actually pretty easy to side. I'd say 10,000. You watch if you were to hire somebody, be like 13. I'll probably end up doing this with our crews. And then it's also interesting to note that the roof is architectural shingle. You should have a good 20 or 30 years on this roof. Just lovely. But yeah, let's check this place out. This is a 3-bedroom house. There you go. 3-bedroom house, and just kind of walking in right now. So we had just some wear on the walls, but you know, all that's got to get fixed. Goal is to make this property Section 8. I own this personally, or will own it. We haven't closed on it just yet. New windows here, vinyl windows, no complaints, nothing to do. Hi. You do have a crack in this. So this pane of glass is probably coming out. We're just gonna end up painting behind the mantle. You'll probably wanna put a flat screen TV or something potentially in that location. The whole house is gonna get a repaint. You can just see wear and tear on the walls, just some, kind of grease marks, dirt marks, nail holes, all that gets pulled before we do any work. Coming into kitchen, so you have wear on the corner. Paint. But that's a painting problem. That's peeling paint. That would fail Section 8. That would fail Section 8. Let's see. So yeah, we have like kind of a neat little sliding door here. And it's locked. That's kind of nice. You can see it's had some wear and tear to it over the years. But that is a brand new floor in the kitchen. LVP laminate floor. A luxury vinyl plank. Kind of a standard ceiling. There's nothing going on with it. I don't expect, I'm tall enough I can actually push on the thing. But no, it's not really giving me any. It's just a failure point in the ceiling. With that heavy texture, any repair you're gonna do is gonna be obvious. So I would plan on doing nothing. Oak cabinets, countertops fine, has a dishwasher. This is each owner's personal opinion. So we're in 08. I would give this zip code, ooh, man, trying to be kind here. I would give this zip code a C with the knowledge that there is a minus section and we're in the nicer section. The dishwasher is not standard for this zip code. What I would do is explain to the residents in writing at the beginning so everyone's on the same page. Cherish the dishwasher and you will be good for years with it. If you make a work order and complain to me that this dishwasher is not cleaning like you want, you will not get another one. I will wall that over. You will have a dead cabinet right there. And if we ever sold this to a homeowner someday, that will turn into another brand new dishwasher. Typically, after you set the expectation with the residents, everything runs pretty smoothly. You'll notice you've got like a vent. It's not really a grease vent because there's no screen, but that's the vent over top of your stove. Heading down to the basement. The top rail does have handrails, so you're fine. The bottom section does not have handrails. It is a minor upgrade. Additionally, when we come to the bottom, this is peeling paint in the eyes of Section 8. Any property built before 1978 is presumed to be lead paint, any peeling paint, so it is a zero tolerance. You don't have the ability to say, I put that paint down 10 years ago. I can prove it's not peeling paint. They don't care. That's not a standard. Let's see. So you have water hookups. I always like to kind of pick up. So that's electric hookup for a dryer. And then that right there is the cap on the side for the dryer. And that is going up to the stove. So you have a gas stove up there. This is not an approved valve anymore. If we did any gas work here, that would need to get upgraded. This is kind of cute. It's interesting though, it's dead. No, it comes out of the backside. Okay, that's got to be the sink. The sink comes down here, and then the sink goes into copper again. So it's copper at the wall. Something happened. We got rid of the copper, and then this goes down. And then that probably goes into this further down. Man, it'd be a toss-up. If we had any problems with this drain over time, this can have a trap put on it, would be like that. You know, so the trap would hold water, it would stop sewer gas from coming out, but you'd be able to drain the washing machine right down in there. Incredibly common in Toledo basements is, you know, yeah, this is that effluescence we were talking about in a prior video. So it's just chalky minerals. It's, I want to say it's just like limestone. You know, it's mineral deposits that are evaporated as moisture comes through and evaporates. What we need to do, because if you look outside, which is too bloody cold right now, but if you look outside, what you have is gutters. The gutters all need to be redone on the backside of the house. So that's where this water is truly coming from, in my opinion. This is your main soil stack. Kind of neat. And that is, I just found that. That is a failed soil stack. So that is interesting unto itself. What you would do is probably cut right here, and then you would put a rubber fern co. This would become PVC. That elbow has totally failed. I think I can put my finger into, oh yeah. That's the inside of your drain, and that's toilet paper right there. Man, oh man, don't scratch my teeth before I wash my hands, right? So this is the bathroom upstairs, and this is, why does that have like 2 3-inch? Oh, that might be the vent. Toilet and then vent. It's just really big, way big. Anyway, so there's your drain, but yeah, I suspect you're going to end up cutting it here, and then you're going to rubber fern co. PVC, and then the PVC runs down inside that wall right there. So just kind of neat. Moving us along, we have, again, lovely basement. I mean, this, I would give this a 9 out of 10 in Toledo standards. 100 amp service, looks just lovely. It's on, heat's active. This is a pleasure to walk right now. So this is your old gas meter coming through the wall. They used to be mounted in the basement. They are no longer. And so that's that. You have to sleeve these through PVC. So there's PVC pipe. And then this is the gas coming into the house, and the meter is mounted outside. This is your water meter. And if we have, there we go, Badger meter. So this is not the smart meter yet. This one still has to be upgraded by the city of Toledo, probably when we activate water when I close. Just some old fittings there. And the reason, because those are gas fittings, venting for a gas furnace, and this is an electric water heater. And so the electric water heater used to combine, probably in this side, the old gas would combine there and go out. We have a year of manufacture, 2016, 2016. So, you know, you've got somewhere between 5 and 10 years of life. You know, 10, 15 years is a standard life for a water heater. But I don't see any real problems here. For Section 8, this has to be sleeved in flex cable, metal flex cable, this stuff here. And then that'll be approved. But, you know, just some work to do before it will make Section 8, just like all of this Romex can't be accessible. You can push it up in the ceiling. You can put plywood down. You could do a furring strip to bring this down a little lower and then board this over, but you can't have like a kid swinging a toy sword and hit the wires. Not allowed. So let's go to the bedrooms, and then that will conclude our walk in Blackstone. So this is the toilet. We were just looking at those 2 toilet lines that were interesting. I only see one toilet line. It'd be the big guy, and then there was another one that was over in this area, and that's what I said had to be the vent. It must be like in the outside wall, maybe. Normally you just use, you know, a 3-inch vent, and maybe this still cast iron. But the tub here, absolutely lovely. That has been upgraded. That is, you know, that is standard. So that looks great. You do have peeling paint, right? Some peeling paint on the ceramic tile, so that'll all have to be touched up before it is Section 8 ready. That is a drawer. I think that's a drawer that needs a drawer front to be built for it. Kind of a custom job, so it's a pain in the butt. This is your front bedroom. And so the front bedroom looks absolutely lovely. There's your front yard. A little porch that I kind of walked up when I came in. But nope, the porch is not painted. Don't paint it. If you leave it unpainted, it's fine. All that stuff's treated womanized wood. Now, this is your metal window. You lift up on this and you can like shove the pane out. You can't put air conditioners in it, and it is single pane, non-efficient, inefficient. So just some work to be done, but nothing crazy. Your door here is definitely getting replaced. Let's go into the back bedroom, the one that looks into the backyard. Again, original window. This is original window plus great stuff foam. So this leaked so badly that the resident like filled it with foam to seal it over. All that's going to get replaced before I have residents in here. So the big job on this is going to be replacing windows, and then in the springtime, because I'm not going to make this Section 8 for this go round of residents, I will end up going in and putting that siding on when it's 80 degrees and I can drink beer. I do not want to do it while I'm freezing my butt off and cracking the vinyl siding because it's so cold. Little window seat, just kind of built in place. Must be original, but it is interesting. And then you have your large steel window, and then to this side, a large steel window with air conditioner. Somebody who's had set this up as their bedroom, perfectly legitimate. You have that side as a closet right there, and then you have this area here. So really is just a nice space upstairs. You have to have a heat supply. I think that's what that guy is. It's a bit cold up here, but that's because you have crappy windows. No complaint though. Nice space, nice area. And so that concludes the upstairs. And that will conclude 3308 Blackstone. This property was, sitting on the market, turned into, in my opinion, an excellent deal. The wife and I own this one. You do have another interesting problem with like water coming in. The windowsill, if I beat on it, I could probably get it to break. But it's just interesting that all that like failed there. Yeah, it's like dry rotted. I'm not gonna say termites, because it's not, but it is just interesting that you have like a dry rotted section there, like this was getting wet. Remember, they replaced these windows. So I wonder if this had just had catastrophic water damage and they dried it out and never did anything with it. But yeah, that's there, that's done. And call it concluded and move on. So 3308 Blackstone, you always have something weird in the house to work with. And in this case, it's all the windows. And I also love this coat closet. Look at this. Just you come right in, and then a mail slot on the side that goes outside. It is losing heat. So there you go. That is 3308 Blackstone. Just a neat little 3-bedroom property.